in 2026, I'm going to do things a little differently. I don't feel like many of you really watch the whole videos. You know, sometimes it's hard to really want to focus in on everything that I'm talking about, even though I try to keep it pretty entertaining and not just focus on pre-planning, death, you know, things that I try to share some interesting things along the way. And I just don't want you guys to be bored. So we're going to see about doing something a little different starting next week. But I wanted to get this one out there to you because, again, this is one of the top questions that I get. How do I know you're going to be around? Well, again, we are a financially sound company. We're not a mom and pop place. That particular funeral home that went out of business, it was started, I think, back in the 40s or 50s. And then they had children that came along, and those children took over. And then when they started getting too old, then they passed it on to their daughter. So the last parents that had it, they passed away, I think, like in the 90s and stuff. And so they had passed it on to their daughter. Well, the daughter, I think she was barely in her 30s. She got into a car accident and she died. I think this happened a couple years ago. So once she died, the people that took it over mismanaged the money. Everything was just a mess. So when you're looking at pre-planning and you're looking at a funeral home that is a small funeral home, local, you need to know that it's not just run by the people that are the family members. Like, what do they have in place when the people die off? With Smart Cremation, we're not a mom and pop. So as much as it hurts that we lost one of my coworkers recently, and I mean, he was like the top salesperson out here in California, but he passed away. We will still be moving forward. And it hurts, not just because he was a great salesperson, but he was a good man. And so he is missed. He's going to be missed. But that doesn't stop us from doing our job. That doesn't stop the top. That's not going to shut down Smart Cremation. We're going to continue forward. And even if something happens to our president of sales and our president of operations, if something happens to those guys, we still have people above us. We still have a company above us that is watching over everything. So it makes a difference as to who you choose when you're looking at long-term planning.